And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. I apologize for the break, but we have since returned with our second match of the night. We just wrapped up with all of the round of 16, and now we're here in the round of 8, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Post Youth, we have a returning alumni of Sparkling Tuna Cup champions. His last time competing in this event was last year, 2023, March of 2023, so it's great to see his return. It is the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, NightMare. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the English Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing the Platinum Heroes. It is Eva. Let's go, Bobby. Let's go. Game 1 gonna be on Post Youth. Vetoes are done. We have our map order, and we do have a hatch gas pool. Standard opener out of EBA, but we have loaded into Post Youth. Post Youth becoming one of the more macro maps out there. I mean, there is a way to really make use of the aggression, make use of the goal bases here out on the map, as NightMare is going for a 2-gate opener. Very interesting. Okay, so NightMare, he has not probe scattered, but this looks like a bit of a hard counter, assuming that EBA would have taken the goal base early on, which I wouldn't blame NightMare for assuming that. Again, rushing to this gold is not unheard of, and we have seen a lot of all-ins based off of this as well, so NightMare just trying to hard counter this and being very aggressive and assertive in the early game. With a 2-gate opener, we delay the expansion. We do delay the Nexus here quite a bit to go into that second gateway to get into double Adept production. Once the Cybercore is done, we can get 2 Adepts, then followed by 4, followed by 6. We can be quite aggressive and quite assertive here on the side of NightMare. Again, we're just waiting for the Cybercore to finish. Behind this, EBA just going for a hatch gas pool. Again, we do have a pocket or a free hybrid base available here in the main, so very secure on 2 bases. There is a goal that you can take as a 3rd, as a 4th, or even as a natural that you can rush into, which again, I imagine is why NightMare is being as aggressive as he is. Here we go, 2 adepts being made at a time. They are being chronoed, they are going to be zooming out across the map, and we'll see if EBA can keep up with the speed and with the control of NightMare. I did briefly mention, but NightMare, he is a Sparkling Tuna Cup champion from years gone by. I believe his last championship was in 2023. I did mention earlier that his last participation was in 2023. Sorry, his last win was in 2022. His last participation was in 2023, but he came second place, second to Cure. Was EBA, he hides the drone. Does hide the drone, does come back in, and the gold is taken as a 3rd. That's a shade into the main base. There are some links to defend, but the links are getting shaved off one after the other. We're down to 1, we're down to 0. 4 more do pop out just in time. And we do force NightMare the hell out of here, but no, we get 1 drone kill. We get 1 drone so far. Queens, they're coming in for the kill. They want the Adepts. But once again, we shade away. We get 2 drones in total. And now the 2 Adepts, they turn into 4. We got 4 Adepts here threatening the bases. And we're shading in, we're going for the drones. At least we're trying to. Yeah, Lings are being forced out, drones are under fire, more Lings are on the way, but Ling speed is not done, not yet. But it's so close. So close to finishing up here, we end up bleeding out 1 Adept. We bleed out a second. NightMare, he has done well though. He's been forcing out Lings, he's been killing drones, he's been wreaking havoc. And he has not seen the gold. Now behind this interesting tech of choice, there is no Stargate. We're going for a Twilight Council. I assumed it was going to be for Glaives, but no, it's going to be for Blink. Interesting. NightMare going for Blink of all things. Well, denying mining time in the natural. Doesn't get another drone kill, but does deny mining time. Does force out some Spore Crawlers. Looking at the vision, we still have not confirmed the 3rd base. We can make an assumption. Interesting. As we are mining through these mineral patches, we fully walled off. Okay. We fully walled off on one side, mining through the other. Overlord goes down, but we get a full scout. We do get eyes on the Twilight Council, and that does force out an earlier Roach Horn. And we can see it's Blink and DTs. Yo, NightMare, he's having fun. NightMare, he's taking in every direction here. Going 2-base Blink alongside Dark Templar. This is very unorthodox. This is very unusual. This is not normal. This is not standard. This is not meta here from NightMare. I mean, NightMare does typically thrive in the mid game, but this is crazy. I'm catching up with the chat. A cup of full sparkling tuna would make for an odd but effective protein shake. Sparkling tuna. That sounds like a quirky, like, carbonated drink, right? Like a soft drink. That sounds amazing. I kind of want it. Not gonna lie. It sounds refreshing. Like a can of sparkling tuna. Like, in my mind, it's got like a lemony taste, you know? Like, because it's meant to be from the sea, sort of thing. Not so much fishy. Just like, you know, refreshing. Meanwhile, we're getting into a bit of a gateway explosion. It's going to be, what is this, 3, 4, 5, 6 gateways all in total. 6 gates on the way onto bases. Third base has been taken behind this. Blink Stalkers are chilling here back at home to defend. And Eba across the map has been able to settle into his 3 base saturation. It's double expanding as we speak to try to catch back up. But here comes the Dark Templar. Do we have detection? We don't. No Spore in the main. No Spore at the natural either. No Spore at the goal. DT's Invisible Man in every single base. And we're throwing down Spores as best we can. Good hold position micro. Yeah, the Dark Templar, they're not getting that much done, but there we go. They go for, they try to target down as many drones as we can. Drones getting targeted. Lings go for a surround. Again, the Spores are not quite in position. We get 12 drone kills. We get the Spore at the natural. DT in the main still survives as well. It lives. We get another drone. We go from 13 to 15 worker kills. We still have that third at, sorry, that DT at the third base as well. He wants the Spore, doesn't get it. And doesn't escape either. Eba, he does clean most of this up, but the DT comes back into the main. Oh my god. All in all, 18 dead drones. And so much lost mining time. Section has finally arrived, and here comes the follow-up push, hitting the goal base. Do you have a handful of Lings? There are no oracles to support. We do have Blink. We do have Blink. We do manage to get away. And with that Blink, we're able to clean up all the Lings. We take down the goal base as well. There is no holding onto it. There is no saving it. NightMare, he's going to be able to just keep on applying pressure here. Charges on the horizon. Slow lots have arrived. Eba does get a nice surround. Very nice surround here from Eba. Does clean up a lot of Stalkers. But as this is happening, we have Zealots going straight for the base. GG gets called. It just becomes too much. And NightMare snowballs out of control and takes game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. GG, well played. NightMare, he does snowball out of control. Again, a very, very interesting build and playstyle there against Eba, going for a Twilight Council opener into Blink Stalkers, into Dark Templar of all things, as well as a follow-up, all off of the back of 2-Gate Adept. GG. And with that, NightMare needs one more win here to advance on. One more win to advance on into the semifinals. Eba has to fight back here and now. Eba, who was just messaging me and he was saying that, you know, he thought it was going to be DTs, and then he was like, nah, it's not going to be DTs, which is why he didn't make any Spore Crawlers. So it was something that passed through his mind, but Eba made the decision there to actually skip the Spores intentionally, thinking that, I mean, off of Blink, there should not be Dark Templar, right? And I don't blame him. That's why I mentioned how unorthodox this playstyle was, because if you're opening up Blink, Dark Templar alongside it just is wild. It just is not seen at all. It is not commonplace. So yeah, again, Eba likewise believed that it would not be possible either and was caught with his pants down. But here we go. We're getting into game number 2 and spawning in the top right hand corner. In the top right hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing himself, currently teamless, but looking to advance on to the semifinals. It is NightMare. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the English Zerg player going for a pull first. Let's go. Representing the Platinum Esports, Platinum Heroes, it is Eba. Eba. Let's go. Yeah, it is going to be a pull first build here. The probe comes in, does scout, does confirm. Now, an aggressive build makes sense from Eba or from anyone here as we're loading into Ghost River. Ghost River being the shortest rush distance map in the map pool, it doesn't take long at all to get across the map. It's one screen apart. Like, natural to natural is one screen, essentially, and it can be even shorter if you mine through these minerals or break through these rocks. Can be even shorter than that. So, yeah, a very, very interesting start here from Eba. Is going pool hatch into gas geyser. With this, we could go just for a handful of links to apply some pressure. We could throw down a Roach Warren behind this as well. I'm curious where Eba takes this. For now, 6 links. For now, 6 links are going to be pushing and making our way across the map. Likewise, back at home, NightMare, he does have a decent setup here, does see what's going on, does spot the army with his probe, and he should be able to wall up. And there it is, we have the gateway, we have the probe in position for the pylon, for the full wall. And there it is, pylon is thrown down, Lings, they go for the gateway. They get some good surface area, the gateway, it is vulnerable, it's going to be going down. When we do force a cancel, Lings, they bust into the main base. Adept has arrived. We can maybe get a probe kill. We're going for workers. So far, good control here out of NightMare. Does pull back in time. Doesn't lose a single probe in the main. Cleans up the Lings. And NightMare is looking solid. Looking at the trades here. 6 Lings for nothing. Or 6 Lings for a cancelled gateway and a cancelled pylon. All that could be done. Behind this, we're droning. We do have link speed on the way. We pulled out of gas. No Roach Warren. Ooh, as NightMare is going for a Robo Opener. Okay, our tech of choice here with a Robo can lead a couple of different ways. Based on how NightMare's been playing, it looks like he's having fun. This could lead into a Disruptor drop. Could be Disruptor drop. Could be Fast Colossus. Could be a Prism into a Depth Harass. Could be an Immortal base all-in with Sentries. So it could be like a bit of a Soul Drain. I'm leaning more along the side of Disruptor drop, but we'll see. We shall see. Third gateway has been thrown down. Interesting. With the third gateway, it could be a War Prism. Yep, there it is. War Prism is on the way. And it looks like we are going to be a little bit more assertive here with the gateway army. Moving out with the gateway army. I was not expecting this though. It's not just 3 gates. We're going up to 5 gateways. Oh my god. That's gonna be a lot of gateways back. So I was not expecting this many gateways to be thrown down, but here we go. Gateways are wrapping up. Adepts are getting across the map. Remember, these are vanilla adepts, and we spoke about disruptors. There's the Bay on the way, potentially for disruptors or Colossi. I'm leaning more along Colossi now, as you know, we're not quite working towards drop play, towards War Prison speed, I mean. Adepts, they do get across the map. They do make it across. Eba thankfully did throw down a safety Roach Warren. Roaches are on the way. Oh, but the drones are getting caught out. No, 3 drones do go down the lanes. They get a surround though. And good surround here on these adepts. good chunk of them are getting shaved off. As yep, they're not quite done. They shade in towards the main base. We have plenty of Lings. Plenty of Lings in position. We do collapse on these adepts. Once again, only 3 do survive. And we should clean this up, but not before we get into the mineral line. No shot. We do get in. Drones are going down. The roaches. The roaches are still in the way. They're just now coming into the main base. Again, Eba, I'm sure, assumed that he would have been able to deal with this. And he does clean up those adepts, so we're not done. We're coming in with even more. Meanwhile, behind this, I assumed it was going to be Colossi, not Disruptors, but there it is. Disruptors are on the way. A little bit more flair from NightMare. And Eba's hurting. Eba, he's down to 39 drones. Trying to rebuild as best he can. Moving out with his main army, trying to deny a third base. Alas, there is no third. With another gateway on the way with the Twilight Council, this is looking pretty committed from NightMare. As I say that, he is taking a third. Nexus is on the way. So NightMare expanding behind his push. Remember, there's no Blink, there's no Glaives, but there are Disruptors. The lane does confirm the third. Eba, he drones up a little bit. But is he ready for this? How good are the Novas going to be? Roaches are moving out. Roaches are pushing. First Nova goes up, zones away the army. We have 1 Nova left. We have 1 Nova remaining. Lings, they dive on the Disruptor. They will not get it. Disruptor does survive. Roaches, they push on forward. Up. Disruptors are saved, but we are able to force back the army. Ooh, yeah, very aggressive defense here out of Eba. Does survive. NightMare, meanwhile, he does pivot away. Going for a drop. Going for the army. Never goes off, but at last we do react in time. Yeah, we get 1 roach. Only 1. Ooh, and the game will continue from here. The game will calm down. As NightMare's getting his 3rd up and running, Eba's working on his 4th. The Disruptors so far have not paid for themselves, as they finally get a queen. But Eba, he's recovering. He's able to saturate at least somewhat, and he's working towards laying Bane Roach Ravager. Is still lacking drones, and now is the time to saturate, but as I say that, NightMare, he's already pushing out once again, this time with Blink. Blink has completed. As he moves out, Eba's ready for a Link counterattack. 3rd base is looking vulnerable, but so are the main bases of Eba. He's in trouble, Bob. He's in trouble. Here we go. NightMare pushing on forward with a Mass Stalker army. Nova goes off, connects. Good split zone. Does only connect with a handful of Lings. Another Nova goes off, does take down the Roaches. And we just don't have enough. There's just not enough Zerg here. NightMare is snowballing out of control. He's overwhelming the Zerg, and NightMare will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the semifinals. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations here to NightMare as he does advance on into the next round. Does advance on and is going to be joining Cristiano in those semifinals. Again, NightMare, he is a Sparkling Tuna Cup champion. He's coming in as the favorite. Can anyone stop him? Can anyone slow him down? Eba did put up a fight. Didn't look too bad in his own right, but unfortunately did eventually fall prey to NightMare. And we'll see. We'll see if anyone can stop him.